What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of GOAT Talk. A lot has happened in the NFL the past 2 days. The biggest thing that's happening is probably Russell Wilson being traded to the Broncos. So let's just start off with that.
That is wild to me.
Dude, that trade. Broncos got Russell Wilson and a 4th-round pick. Seahawks get Drew Lock, Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, 2 first-round picks, and a 5th-round pick.
I think the Seahawks are trying to go through a full rebuild now.
Oh, yeah.
If they are, you're going to see them ship off DK, and then they probably
I don't
won't.
think this offseason.
Yeah, because I think DK is still young enough where he could be a piece for the future.
Maybe
I think
if
DK
anyone else this offseason, maybe Carson. Because you're going to – and then you ride with Rashad Penny.
Well, do you actually think
Penny's-
they're going to ride with Drew Lock?
No. Maybe for a year they could draft someone. They could go after Jordan Love. Now that Rodgers there, they could go after – who knows what's going to happen with Watson. They could go after Watson. But from the other side, like the Broncos – saying it with the Seahawks, I don't think it was – obviously the Broncos win the trade, but I don't think it was that bad of a return that everybody thinks.
Oh, no, they got 2 first-round picks.
You got 2
plus you
first-round
get
picks.
Noah
Fant, who's a top – he has very good potential to be a top 10 tight end. Shelby Harris, he's 30 years old. This is going to be his 8th season, but he had 6 sacks, 25
he's still a very
assists.
serviceable DN.
Yeah, and
And then they needed a quarterback.
Yeah, but Drew Lock could be a backup.
But now, where do you think the Broncos are now that they have Russell Wilson?
I think they're still in such a hard division.
That division is now the best division in football.
I saw something. It was like Derek Carr is the worst quarterback of a.
That's insane. When Derek Carr is the worst quarterback in the division, that's
Mahomes,
insane.
Herbert, Carr, and now Wilson. That division is stacked.
And could be Trevor Lawrence if he decides to.
They're not in that division.
They're in the AFC South.
Oh.
That's a stacked division, though. And you could have 3 playoff teams in that division.
Oh, yeah.
They almost had 3
ridiculous.
this year.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
That's
They should have had 3
absurd,
this year.
actually.
You could almost have
that
4.
has to be one of the best quarterback divisions ever.
Yeah.
It is. It has to be.
You look at the other AFC divisions now. It's like if you don't win your division, you're probably not making the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I saw something on
that
Twitter.
sucks.
It said, do you think the Seahawks should have done this earlier? Get rid of Russell Wilson?
No.
Like last year.
No,
I definitely
don't think so.
I was actually surprised. I think we were all surprised that they even got rid of him this year, and I was surprised that he signed because he has a no trade clause.
Yeah.
So I was surprised that he signed the.
Well,
the clause
he knew what was happening. Probably what they were going to start the rebuild and everything. Pete Carroll. They've had a good run. He was 10 years with them. He had how many?
Almost
1 or
10
2
years.
Super Bowls.
Just one.
He should have won the
Should've
second
won
one
too.
because they should have ran the ball with Lynch. But he had a great career with Seattle.
Oh, man,
so
he's a generational quarterback.
He sees that they're gonna move him to start a rebuild. I think he was fine with that. He loves that organization still, so I don't think he minds that much. And he's going to a decent team. He's going to a very good offense.
With him on the team, they're gonna be a pretty good team.
Yeah, it's a very good offense.
That division is hard.
Dude, honestly, this trade though, I'm thinking it could shake up, at least for me, keeper leagues to where now I'm looking at Jerry Jeudy as a keeper.
Oh yeah.
Because
and then you're looking at a lot of people
Yeah.
that probably won't, like Dan Walsh in our league.
Yeah.
Have Noah Fant. You're looking at somebody that's probably not going to keep him now. Now he's on a team
That's
where
crazy that
he doesn't
exactly.
he doesn't have a
Like
quarterback
that.
right now.
Not Drew Lock.
Well, that's what I mean.
Well, yeah, no, I understand. And then even so you're looking at Jeudy to help him. I'm pretty sure it's your boy Deshaun Hamilton. He got released.
He got cut. Man.
Yeah,
That
dude.
hurts me.
So that helps Jeudy.
You also think about it, getting an actual good quarterback now really helps out Javonte too.
Oh,
yeah.
That makes
That's
him
my
even
keeper.
better.
He's a
My
beast.
keeper.
And
That
I wonder
offense, he's gonna have
what happens
one
with
more
Melvin Gordon.
His contract was up, I'm pretty sure.
He's a
Do you
free
think-
agent. Supposedly, the
I think he
Broncos
wants to resign.
The Broncos GM came out and said they've been in talks. Fantasy-wise, I hope he doesn't come back to Denver.
Yeah, dude, Javonte's a stud.
He's
good.
If he doesn't come back, that'll
boost him up.
that'll definitely
Yeah.
boost him up.
He's like a
By style with that new app, the A-Rod app.
Mojo.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that to launch.
it's definitely a cool idea.
It's a very cool idea because now you're looking at let's say it launched this year, and coming out of this draft, I'm looking at like Jordan Davis from Georgia.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at whoever the Bills take. I'm looking at to buy their stock.
And it's fun. It might actually get more people interested in like different teams.
Rutgers, dude, I would buy Rutgers.
Oh, you have to.
Absolutely.
You have to.
I probably wouldn't buy Cones, but I would buy Rutgers.
And that's all sports.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be all sports.
What was it called again? Mojo.
Mojo.
Andrew's putting his.
I tried looking it up today. It's
Oh,
like
God.
they're
Mojo.
hoping
Yeah.
they're hoping the first sport that it's active for is football, like coming up this season. So it hasn't launched yet.
That'd be a cool idea.
But-
Joe's about to make me so much bread.
Well, I mean, if he keeps playing how he's playing, his original stock's probably gonna be a nice price. It's not. You're not
He's
gonna get
already
it for.
elite.
I don't loans. I don't care.
But I mean, staying
Drew will risk
on
it all for that,
track.
man.
Dude, I'll do an interview with someone. A loan shark. Listen, dude, I'm telling you it'll work. Watch his highlights.
I was staying with this trade. I mean, it has nothing to do with the trade, but the Seahawks, they cut Bobby Wagner.
Wow.
I was surprised about that.
I
Yeah, I
didn't
was
see
very
that
surprised.
coming at all. I
No.
mean, I saw it was like him and Russell Wilson came to the Seahawks the same day or
day.
whatever, same
Same
day,
year.
and then they leave on the same day.
Kinda crazy.
Which obviously, like the
Damn.
Russell Wilson trade, that's a big point. But then cutting Bobby Wagner, like they're
freeing up-
full on rebuild
yeah,
now.
They're
They're
freeing
freeing
up
up
a bunch
space.
of cap space.
They say like 16 million just from cutting Bobby Wagner, which is pretty crazy. Because now that you got potential to sign someone or get up in the draft.
Yeah, and they got rid of Russell Wilson's contract. So
Yeah.
Where do you guys have any spots where you think Wagner's gonna go? Any like?
I'm honestly not sure.
I don't know.
Love him in Atlanta.
No
I would love him in
He's-
Buffalo. I would just wherever he goes, he's gonna have impact. Like he's good.
Yeah, he's still a good
he's
player.
still
Yeah,
very
and he's
very
very
good.
Smart. He's a defensive captain, right?
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
middle linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
That man-
Was I think he was the last member of Legion of Boom, or was he even with them?
Yeah, no, he was.
No, he was. He was
He
the
was.
last member, active member of the
Yeah.
Seahawks. I think.
That I saw a tweet that said like that was
Yeah,
The end of
Legion of Boom is done.
gone.
That
that's
defense was
crazy.
filthy.
I know.
Defense was
That
disgusting.
Yeah.
dude. That defense was so good. That's when Sherman was unreal.
For 2 years.
Yeah,
He was-
literally.
He had a good
'Cause
prime.
He's also, he was a system corner.
Yeah.
He was in a perfect defense.
You're going full rebuild. You hang on to Jamal Adams.
I mean,
You're not gonna get what you gave for him, and
Well, I mean, they
Yeah,
just
they
could
they
release
kind of
him.
just got that back in the Russell Wilson trade.
yeah,
I mean, they
but
might try to just keep Jamal Adams just because I'm pretty sure they signed him to a pretty big deal,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they
Yeah,
gave
you're
up a
right.
lot.
and he's probably guaranteed a lot, so they probably won't even save cap.
I-
They'll probably lose more
yeah, I
money
mean-
than gaining from cutting him.
You think about it, like they gave up what two
Two
firsts to
first-round
get him,
picks.
and then they give up or they
The
get
logos
2
on
firsts to
mine.
give up a top 10 quarterback in the league.
They're
Like
just gonna run. They're gonna keep DK Metcalf 100%.
I'd love him on the Falcons too.
What about Tyler Lockett?
I mean, he's getting up there in age.
You think they try to ship him somewhere?
What do you
They
get for
could.
him now?
I feel like they might just release him. I don't know. I don't know what his contract.
I don't
looks
know what
like.
his
I don't know
contract
what
is
his
either, and I
contract
wonder what you
details.
get for him.
You could probably get like a
Yeah, a couple picks.
yeah.
Well, how
No
much? How much are they
first.
paying Russell now?
The
He-
Seahawks.
He has a
Yeah.
The
Seahawks.
Well,
is-
I don't think anything because I think the
Right,
Broncos
yeah.
took on his
Broncos are
contract,
taking on the contract.
so
Okay,
so
well,
nothing.
So they're taking over. They're taking on his contract.
The Broncos, are
Broncos,
yeah.
yeah.
from Seattle.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, they save a lot of money there. They save 16
what,
million
2
just
years?
from
I'm not sure.
Bobby Wagner. I don't know what his
What-
I don't know what he has left. But I
He
mean,
signed a 4-year, 140 mil in 2019.
so he's got 2 more years.
2 more years left.
You think they offer him a max if things go well?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
this
I
will
mean,
be
yeah,
his
I think
trial year.
He'll be.
They're gonna probably hold on to him, but he might just not get a max. But this will be the trial year for him.
You don't
I
think
think
they're
he'll
be good.
old?
No, if quarterbacks play like
Yeah.
especially good
in-
quarterbacks.
especially in today's game, how they protect the quarterbacks.
I
Like-
didn't want to say
like
anything
Rodgers
in the
is-
group chat. I definitely didn't agree with Dan though.
What?
Top 5 quarterback still in his prime.
No,
I
he's
don't agree
definitely
with
not
that.
top 5.
Yeah,
I think he's still very good. I wouldn't say he's in his prime. His
absolutely.
prime was
First
just,
6
like,
games of the season, he's the best quarterback in football.
100%.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
still
bottom
very
10.
good. I won't take that away from him, but I don't think he's in his prime
Yeah,
anymore.
no, definitely not. I still think he's got at least another, like, 6 years in him to be a very good quarterback, too. So I could see him, even if they don't re-sign him after, 2 years, I
Yeah.
could see him, another team giving him a bag.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I definitely agree that he is still very, very good. I mean, you can't take that away. They just sucked last year. But I think that was the first year he didn't have a winning season in the NFL or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Something crazy.
And they still weren't even that bad.
No, they weren't that bad.
I'm pretty sure
They had
ended bad.
They had very good potential to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, besides that, though, another trade that went down today, not as big, but still, Carson Wentz going to the Commanders.
I was just
The Commanders get a 2nd-round pick and Carson Wentz. The Colts get a 3rd-round pick, a 2nd-round pick, and a 3rd-round pick that could turn into a 2nd if Wentz plays 70% of the plays this season.
I didn't even know the trade details on that, but I'm kind of surprised that
They gave up like
didn't get
nothing.
it. Yeah, they gave up not.
They
very
basically
much.
gave
Well,
up 2
'cause
third-round
Carson-
picks.
His
Carson Wentz is
contract.
his contract, and he's worth nothing anymore.
I mean,
Yeah, his
Washington
contract.
took on his contract,
Yeah,
That his
that's why.
contract's
That's-
huge.
yeah.
but dude, they gave
And
up like 2 third-round picks. Washington. That's
Yeah,
really
so-
it because you figure they swap seconds.
Because Carson Wentz, he really.
He's better than Taylor Heineke.
Oh yeah.
No,
So
no,
I
Carson
mean,
Wentz has a lot of potential. The year that he got hurt, what was it, like 12 games into the season, whatever it was, maybe it was like
he was
14.
going
ga-
off.
when
he
they
was
won the
going.
Super Bowl,
Yeah, when
he would-
Brady
he
won
would-
MVP,
he would have been MVP. Yeah.
if he didn't get hurt. He had like 26 touchdowns and 9 interceptions, and that was the best by any quarterback. Because obviously it's a quarterback's trophy.
Yeah.
He was the best by far of any quarterback that year.
Nick Foles, Super Bowl. That was
Can't
legendary.
believe that.
I got.
But I
This-
mean,
I
like,
got the party during that Super Bowl. in
This-
Pennsylvania.
This trade, though, it mixes up a lot of what do I want to say? With Jimmy G, because now there's a lot of potential for Jimmy G to go to the Colts.
Well, this is I think we I don't know
Seattle?
if we talked about it on I don't know.
They
Oh
wouldn't
no,
trade him
no,
to
they,
Seattle.
yeah, they're in the division.
Well, they wouldn't trade him.
and they're gonna just
Yeah,
they're probably gonna try to
I
ride
actually
Drew
forgot
Lock
about
for a
that.
little bit, but I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast or off the podcast about how we were predicting this is going to be like the craziest NFL offseason when it
Yeah.
comes to quarterbacks moving places.
Mhm.
It's
And
already
it's
looking
starting.
to be that.
I mean,
starting
like,
like that.
well, now like Rodgers
Rodgers,
staying with the Packers. I
That's
wouldn't be
huge.
surprised if Love's on the move now.
honestly, yeah, I
I
don't
wouldn't
know
be surprised.
because I know he was ticked off about them drafting him. If
They could probably honestly get a 2nd for Jordan
Yeah.
Love. You could probably get a
team
2nd
just
for him.
taking a
Yes.
shot trying to get a
Yeah.
quarterback with potential.
I would be surprised if he doesn't move.
I just think
honestly.
there's a lot of quarterbacks this year that just aren't like definites on the team. And then
Yeah.
there's rumors about Tom Brady coming out of retirement already and playing with San
I,
Fran.
I don't think so. I don't think he will.
I personally don't think so either. But
I just don't see. I
Well-
saw actually today though, before the whole Brian Flores thing with him suing everything, the Dolphins GM and someone else in their office were trying to team up Brady and Sean Payton,
yeah,
and
yeah,
and then the whole Brian Flores thing threw them off.
yeah.
Damn.
Like that would have been crazy.
But I heard he had a falling out with Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
heard
why-
about that.
And that's why
Me
the
and
rumors
Joey-
came out that he
yeah,
might
we-
come back and play for San Fran.
Yeah, we were talking
briefly
about that
talked
last time.
and I was saying how people were thinking it could be a good idea to boost Leftwich, right?
Yeah, Brian.
Make him the
Byron
head coach, get
Leftwich.
rid of Arians, and keep, even if it's just for a year, keep Brady. Because he
Yeah.
could win you another Super Bowl easily with that team.
Oh yeah.
I think Leftwich is going to be the Jaguars head coach just because he played for them. They want him. I could see him going and coaching that team.
You think they're going to
he'll
have
be the
another
head
one
coach
and
there.
done year with the head coach, the Jaguars?
If they get Leftwich now, I think.
Well, no,
I
didn't they
think
sign a guy this year?
They got a new head coach already?
I'm pretty sure, right?
I'm not sure.
I
don't
think
know.
they did.
I'm not up to date on.
I hope not. I wanted them to get Leftwich because I thought it was pretty cool how he played for them and everything. He actually had one of like the best plays in Jaguars history with
Yeah,
the Hail
they
Mary.
hired Doug Peterson.
Oh
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
I actually did not know that.
I forgot about that. That sucks. Probably then. Yeah,
That sucks.
probably.
That's rough.
7th head coach in their franchise's history. That's a
And they're like
Small
a newer
amount.
franchise
So
compared to others.
back to the Rodgers thing. Do you think with this whole signing and everything, the drama is gonna be over with him, or do you think it's just gonna be a fucking up and down every?
I think some of the drama's gone because also the contract is not confirmed or anything. He came out and said the contract it's wrong.
But he will be in Green Bay.
He will definitely be playing this year in Green Bay, and he's excited to be back. So I think that squashes some of the beef rumors. I don't think there was ever beef in my. Obviously, I don't know Aaron Rodgers. I'm not around the Packers. But I think it was more that he was frustrated with the decisions being made. He's obviously still one of the best quarterbacks in football. Yeah. They're a very competitive team, one of the best teams in the NFL. They just can't finish in the playoffs. And they go and draft a quarterback first round when Aaron Rodgers felt he still has a lot in him, which I think he does too.
He just won back-to-back MVPs.
It's not even just the quarterback. Like they had pieces they needed to fill, and they went and got A.J. Dillon too.
Yeah.
And they had Aaron Jones. And he ended up re-signing with them the next year. So.
Yeah, and like you said, they went to fill to where you didn't need a first-round quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You have a. I mean, at the time he wasn't, but now he's back-to-back MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is one of the best. You don't need a first round quarterback.
Ever. Like he's literally one of the best.
So I could see why he was frustrated with this whole organization.
Yeah.
I mean, not surprising though. After, like you said, the contract's not official, but he is staying there. They franchise tag Devontae.
I don't think that's official. But I think they're going to, but they haven't done it yet. But they said that they're going.
I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah.
Obviously,
100%.
they're going to franchise tag
Devontae
him.
says he would only stay in Green. Well, last year when the whole drama came out with Aaron Rodgers, that he would only stay in Green Bay if Aaron Rodgers stayed.
Yeah, which makes sense. I can understand that. But now I feel like you got Rodgers back. We don't know what the contract details are yet 100%. You're going to franchise tag Devontae. Are they going to lose anybody? The cap, like they got to be close to cap.
I'm pretty sure. Didn't they?
They raised the cap, but I don't know.
Well, the cap goes up. Goes usually up every year. It goes off a percentage of the revenue.
Yeah, it went up a lot this year. I think it went up to like 208.
Yeah, because I think it went down for the COVID year.
Yeah.
The revenue was way down.
Cause I think last year it was like 181 or 183, and now it's up to like 208. It jumped a lot this year.
I don't know what their contracts look like for a lot of their like better players.
Yeah, I don't know what Aaron Jones' contract was. I don't know. A.J. Dillon is still on his rookie deal.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones' their offensive lineman. I can never pronounce his name.
Bakhtiari.
Yeah, I don't know what his.
They have a lot of good offensive linemen too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Plus, they didn't really have that great of a defense. So I don't really are they gonna be able to sign anybody for defense to fill in their defense? Like they have good corners. But they just all around didn't have like the greatest defense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got Eric Stokes. He's still on the rookie deal because he was just a rookie. So I mean, you don't gotta worry about corner there. Don't they have Desmond King? Or did he leave?
I don't know, man.
There's someone key in their secondary got hurt.
Jair Alexander.
Oh yeah. So then maybe Desmond King filled in for him, unless he left. But I could have sworn he was with the Packers.
Desmond King, no, he's on the Texans.
Oh, so maybe he did leave. I don't know. But yeah, Jair, I forgot he got hurt. But yeah, I mean, he'll be back. Stokes will be back. I think the secondary will be good. So yeah, when Jair comes back, you got him and then Stokes. So the secondary is not going to be that bad. I just don't know where they're going to be at with the cap and everything, and if they're going to have. They might be able to keep everybody. I really don't know.
Yeah, I was just looking at a little bit of their contract situation. I feel like they don't have a lot of people on the books as of right now, but I think Rodgers is on the books next year for around $30 million of their cap. So, and they got Aaron Jones for 20.
Yeah.
Bakhtiari, pretty sure he's in the 30s.
Yeah, because they gave him a big contract.
Very good, very good.
Devontae, they'll save a little. Well, they'll have to pay him because this year they'll save a little because the franchise tag.
If they franchise.
Yeah, and then next year they'll have to pay him.
Well, the franchise tag is like what he'll probably be making on a contract anyway, because it's at like their market value for 1 year, whatever position they play.
Yeah,
a lot of bread being spent.
yes. NFL offseason comes with a lot of bread being spent.
Yeah. I mean, staying with like Devontae with the franchise tags, Dalton Schultz got franchise tagged, Chris Godwin and Gesicki. So just run through those. Dalton Schultz, I think when we talked about our last NFL episode, I think we all expected him to be franchise tagged.
Yeah.
Because Cooper's most likely going to be released. which honestly that surprises me. I feel like they could trade him and get something for him than just releasing him.
Got the biggie bag. That's why.
But I was very surprised with that. But Dalton Schultz, I think that's a great franchise tag. He's a he's a top 5 tight end this year. And then that's another one like that could be a keeper in fantasy.
That's my keeper.
Yeah. So I mean, he could be.
I got the tight ends galore for keepers and fantasy. I got him, and I have what's his name, Goddard.
I'm pretty sure he finished like number 3 tight end this year.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a really good year this year.
So I mean, he could be. But I think that's a great franchise tag with them. Chris Godwin franchise tag to the Bucks. Another one that's interesting to see what happens to quarterback situation.
You know what?
I heard
Kyle Amos, maybe.
Kyle Trask. Come on,
you remember what I said last time we talked about it? I was like, imagine Russell Wilson goes there. Well, now we know that's not going to happen. Unless, for some reason, Denver flips him, which wouldn't really make any sense to me.
Nah, there's no shot he does that. But good.
Heard
the Bucks don't need anything
I heard a
else.
possible Jameis reunion.
Reunions?
I did see that, yeah. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Coming off torn ACL, though.
Yeah.
And then Gesicki was...
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's your boy.
Baby.
25 fantasy points or 0.
I actually did not see his wedding.
Saquon, his hype man, came over with the bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
Really?
Funny. Yeah.
They got drafted the same year, right?
Yeah, the same year. That team was loaded. We had Saquon, Deshaun Hamilton.
Was Trace your quarterback that year?
Trace McSorley was the QB.
I used to hate his celebration so much. I hated that. I was like, it's the wrong sport, buddy.
Yeah.
You're not hitting home runs in football.
Saquon's celebration was the best, though. He'd always score a touchdown, drop the ball.
And then, I mean, so Devontae and Chris Godwin, 2 wide receivers that were franchise tagged. Wasn't franchise tagged, but 4-year, $60 million deal for Mike Williams to stay with the Chargers.
I mean, he deserved it.
I think that's a great deal.
And they got their quarterback, so.
Oh, he's so good. He's such a stud.
Yeah.
Besides Josh Allen, he's probably my favorite quarterback in the league. He's such a stud.
Yeah.
I mean, they locked down Mike Williams now.
Yeah, and you got Keenan Allen. I don't know what his contract is, but I mean, I'm sure he's
4 years, $80 million. I hate that they don't tell you the year right with it. But let's see. So
the only thing that offense is lacking is tight end.
So he's there until 2024.
Okay, so you still got a couple.
So they got those 2 locked up for at least a couple years with Herbert.
You're just lacking tight end. That's really all they need. Their offensive line isn't bad. You got Austin Eckler. You got Mike Williams now who's signed. You got Keenan Allen. Their third guy was who was the third guy this year? Guyton, was it? Or Palmer? I think they had a couple like here and there.
Yeah. And both names I'm pretty sure you're right on. I just don't remember who was their number 3. I want to say it was Guyton.
I think it was Guyton too. But I mean, that number 3 is not the strongest, but I'm sure with Mike Williams and Keenan Allen you'll be fine. Mike Williams plays into a big part now for my team at least, to where he's probably going to be one of my keepers now that Carson Wentz has no quarterback either.
Okay, yeah, because you had Pittman too.
Yeah, I had Pittman.
If Mike Williams continues to play how he did the first half of last year, which I think he will.
I mean, he's going to be my keeper, and it's going to be so risky, but I feel like I think, what is it, 4th round or something? What do I have?
Turn this into a fantasy football podcast?
No, I'm just saying, like, 4th round, like, yeah, I'm still going to go. It's going to be risky, but I'm still going DK Metcalf.
I was looking at the wrong draft.
Yes, I see Joey 4th round. I'm like, yeah, Godwin? No way.
I did have Godwin in our league, too.
Higgins. I'm going to have him in the 15th this year. 15th round.
Who won it this year?
Harrison.
I got to give him the trophy.
Pitts.
We all remember
his draft was crazy.
Horrible.
Yeah,
Josh Allen 3rd round, Kyle Pitts 4th round.
I don't know if you guys
after his keeper was Kittle in the 11th.
I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that. It's the bottom one, Angus. But
Rashad Bateman
over here, right? Harrison. This team right there started off by taking my 1st round pick in Devontae Adams, and then proceeded to take 1 running back in the first 6 rounds.
It might look. It's a keeper
ended up
league.
winning
weird.
It's a keeper league, so that's why some of the players, like I had Aaron Jones in the 14th round, but somehow this kid has his running backs of Josh Jacobs, Melvin Gordon, and James Conner, and he wins our league.
I traded him Chris Carson, and Chris Carson was out for the year.
And he
for
wins.
Kittle.
Like,
He gave me Kittle and a third-round pick for Chris Carson.
He got very lucky that what's his name got hurt though.
He beat me in the
Oh
championship.
yeah, I know.
Tyreekosaurus wrecked.
Yeah. I mean, sticking with wide receivers, back to non-fantasy. Your boy, Calvin Ridley. What do you got to say about that whole thing?
I already said what I had to say. I had some choice words for him in the group chat.
I don't think he should have been suspended for a whole year.
It's a big thing. That's why Pete Rose is not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but dude,
I agree.
you look at these other guys that
I agree with you. I
they're
saw all the
beating
things.
their wives
yeah.
and kids. They should not.
Oh,
They're getting like
come on.
4
I
games
completely agree with
suspension.
that.
Tyreek Hill
Especially
got a
he was-
little
it's not
slap
like-
on the wrist. Come on,
Yeah.
dude. I don't. There's no way he should have been suspended.
Yeah,
a whole
no, I
year.
agree with that. But it's I think
Okay.
it's a broken rule.
If he was betting like his whole
if he was
contract,
selling game, but no, if he was selling games, you know what I mean? Like the
well, that too. But if he was betting like millions of dollars on like, I mean, I guess I don't even know what it would be on. But if he was betting millions of dollars, knowing that a team was gonna win or some shit like that,
Like,
or like
he
a player
bet on-
wasn't
he
gonna
bet on-
play.
If
bet
he was
on-
throwing a game.
Well,
Yeah,
he
shit
bet on
like
his own
that.
team too.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
like he bet.
Yeah, so you know there's got to be something wrong with him.
And no,
He's betting on the Falcons.
And he was
so
throwing,
I mean,
dude, parlays.
I'm wearing a Falcon
5.
jersey.
It must have been a big parlay or something.
Dude, it was 3, 5, and 18
Yeah, I don't know
parlays that he
how
bet
that
on.
happened. Because it was like
3,
15.
5.
He only bet $1,500.
Which is definitely cap.
Absolutely.
No, it's not
No,
because
no,
they
investigate.
Oh,
yeah,
they did?
Yeah.
He actually only threw $1,500.
Yeah, the
He
the
used a
sports
fake account.
wherever he did it
Did he
had
actually?
to report
No,
it
no,
to
no,
like
no.
the
Oh, no.
NFL's people
He definitely just used
because you're not allowed to bet it.
Like,
Yeah.
like, dude, have your
Sent his license to DraftKings.
exactly.
Yeah,
like at that, at
fake
that,
Calvin
dude,
Ridley.
come on, just have like your
I think he
third
did it.
cousin, you know. Be like,
I
yo,
think he
throw
did it
these
in
picks in for
person.
me. What?
I think he did it. I think it was like in person at like an actual like casino or
Oh.
something like that.
Do you see what the Eagle fans are doing now?
Yeah, they were
They're trying to get Jalen
They're like,
Rager.
they're like,
suspended.
Rager
Oh, he was
betting
doing it
too.
too. He was like, it was this one guy tweeted. He's like, really weird. Jalen Rager came up to me one day, handed me an envelope, and said Colts money line, and I was only wearing a tracksuit. I don't know what that was all about. Like his own fans are trying to get him suspended. That's how you like. Dude,
hands of stone on that.
that's bad.
Stone hands Dan.
Yeah, he kind of ruined my
Shout out Dan
fantasy
Wolf.
season.
I mean, even like going halfway out half of the year, that was.
It was more than half the year. He was out in October. I don't know
That's
how many
when he
games.
left in
Yeah, it was
October, really?
October. Yeah.
Beginning of the season.
Yep.
Yeah,
It,
geez,
he,
wow,
it was
I
like
didn't know-
5
I didn't
games,
think it was
in,
that
or
early.
maybe 7, and we already discussed that 9 would be the halfway point.
Yeah, because
Dude, it just,
D Hop was not out for half of the season.
like, like every year, it's always so rough to watch them, and then it's like this, you know.
You talking about the Falcons?
This guy acting like he's the only one.
You talking about the Falcons?
Okay, but listen.
You know what? You know what team I like?
Yeah, I know.
At least
But at
you-
least,
You
It's
made
so
a
nice
Super
to
Bowl
not
It's
be
been-
in this
it's been-
conversation
it's
for
been-
once. This is
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, Joey. Joey got bailed out.
I think.
At least you
for
thought you were
20
gonna win a
years I was
Super
in this
Bowl.
conversation.
Dude, I'd rather not be in the Super Bowl than have that
See,
shit
that's-
happen.
I had one thing over the Bills is our playoff drought wasn't as bad as the Bills.
Do you know how excited I was that day?
but now
Oh,
we got
the Super
watch
Bowl?
out. So.
Oh, the Super Bowl?
I went to work. I went to Dunkin' Donuts the morning of. I bought everyone donuts.
That's
like-
rare.
I'm like, hey, I could.
I'm surprised he drove to Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm surprised I drove to work. But they're like, oh, like that's awesome. Let's go Falcons. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I wear my jersey today at work. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
bet.
You're probably
I didn't take that Matt Ryan jersey off until I saw the score, and then I walked into my car and left Matt's house.
That was an upset. We won't talk about it much, but yeah, I'm a
Honestly,
Jets fan. This is.
I don't know how I would handle myself if that happened to the Bills.
Oh, I couldn't go on social media. And then, of course, my favorite store, Barstool, threw on the fucking shirt.
Because they're all Patriots fans.
Yeah. What do we do? You guys run the division every year. It's not like we're any fucking contenders for you.
That was tough. I felt so bad for that. That was really bad.
Yeah, the only two.
And it still pops up to this day.
Yeah, it does.
it's-
happy 328 day and everything.
Oh, it's coming up.
They got their. Oh, it is coming up.
It's
What do
in
we
like
got?
what 20 days?
I'll buy you the
19 days?
Barstool shirt for that special day.
3 weeks from this past Monday.
Sick.
So it is coming up.
All right, talking about the Falcons' misery. Do you think they go draft a QB?
I don't think they will.
If they're in the right spot, I think they will. I don't see them
I
trading
think they
up
have
to
a
chase
lot
one.
more to worry about than a quarterback right now.
They
I
don't.
think
How
they
about
should.
the defense?
I think
How about
they
the
should.
O line?
I
mean, you
well,
c-
that's exactly why I think because Matt Ryan, I'm pretty sure is the highest paid quarterback in the NFL this year. Cap hit wise, I'm pretty sure he is.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I saw that.
What until next year when
Like because he's
Patrick
towards the end of
Mahomes'
his
actual contract starts to like kick in?
Well, contracts they're backloaded usually.
He is right. 48 million cap
Yeah.
hit.
He's making $48 million
What?
this year.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
Aaron
all right,
Rodgers
that-
46, Kirk Cousins 45, Deshaun 40, Tannehill 38.
I mean,
Yeah,
all right. Well, then
Dude,
I
that's
don't think you should be getting
absurd.
paid that much.
But yeah, no, it's because contracts are backloaded. So the first year, like let's say your AAV, your average salary per year is like $50 million, like that rumored $200 million contract with Aaron Rodgers. Like let's say the first year will be like $30 million, next year will be like 38, and it goes up from there. And
Yeah.
last year is always the most. So that's why his is so inflated. So he's either he's second to last year of his contract or last year.
I think he's coming up.
Yeah.
honestly.
Now with this Ridley thing, though, it's like they actually need like every single position.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
there's
yeah,
not
they-
one
they
position
have-
where they're like set
That's what I'm
at.
saying.
okay.
I'm like you.
Oh, okay, tight end.
If
Yeah.
If this is
Okay.
Matt Ryan's last year, you have to let him walk at this point. It's,
I mean-
you have to go through a full rebuild. There's,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you have to.
literally.
There's nothing else they could do.
He's
They,
still there
You,
in
like-
2023.
They're building
well,
around.
that's this upcoming year.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the spot. Are you on Spot Track?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spot Track. That's 2023.
They're gonna start. They're gonna go full rebuild around a tight end, because that's the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
position
yeah.
that they're set at.
They're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy to think a couple years ago they had top 3 best
I think this would be
wide receiver
right?
threat core?
It's crazy. A couple years ago, like they might have like
Maybe
not
they're-
won, but they were still in the Super Bowl
Yeah.
a couple years
Yeah.
ago. Like
That receiving core was crazy.
it's crazy how fast teams change, like how fast teams sink. I feel like it's the same thing with the Seahawks. Like they were in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Now last year they don't even make the playoffs. They don't have a winning record, and look
They were
now they're in a
still- I
rebuild.
mean, probably up until this year or the end of last year, they were still considered like a top.
Yeah,
team
they
in
were
the
still a
NFL. They were
good
still in
team.
the conversation.
And then next thing you know, everything's gone. Like the
Yeah.
Falcons Super Bowl. Next thing you know, everything gone. Like it's crazy how fast everything changed. Not even like from teams going into rebuilds and then teams building up super fast. Like
Yeah, the Bills. I mean, no,
Yeah.
honestly, the Bills were pretty good before they got Josh Allen. They made the playoffs.
no,
that
we
one-
weren't.
You guys made the playoffs that.
1 year for the first time in 20
Yeah, but
years.
you guys were
Yeah,
still
but
like
it's not like you were
competitive.
coming down from like
It's not like you.
4 wins and then all of a sudden, boom.
we made the playoffs. We were like a 6-10 team. and
That's
then we
pretty
made the
close to the playoffs.
I
you're
mean,
like
6 and
three.
It's
10.
not when the Patriots are in your division because you got to hope for a wild card spot.
I'm just saying, it's
Sorry,
not like
I'm a
you guys were
Giants
like
fan.
you guys weren't not like a bottom 5 team in the NFL.
No, we weren't bottom
Yeah.
5, but we were bad for a long time.
Oh, for a long time, yes.
For a very long
Yes,
time.
We were very bad for a long
Yes.
Yeah, you guys sucked for a while.
Yes, we did.
But
You look
okay.
at you look at the quarterbacks we had in that span. It's pretty crazy. J.P. Losman, remember that guy? That guy was crazy.
Don't even know
Jets-
You know who else?
that is.
Who was our starter? Rex Grossman. He started for us.
You ever heard of that name?
Rex Grossman.
You never
Well,
heard
you-
of Rex Grossman?
I know Rex Grossman.
Really? The Bear? He was with the Bears for a while. You never heard of him?
Nope.
Damn, man. That guy, I can't. He started.
I didn't really get into
Fitzma-
football until like,
Fitzmagic was the starter. for us.
Fitzmagic came
I
through the
remember
that.
division. He came
He
through the
literally-
Jets
he's a
and
stud.
Dolphins.
I still love Tyrod to this day. He was a great quarterback
yeah.
for us. I thought
He's
he
the
was
one that brought you to
awesome.
the playoffs.
Yeah.
The first time. yeah.
hmm And then the year after we drafted Josh Allen, and we're like, thanks for the playoffs, but you're out of here.
What do you guys
I
think?
liked him.
I've been seeing a lot that Trubisky is probably going to get a starting role somewhere. What do you guys think about that?
That's crazy.
I saw that.
I mean,
saw
hey,
that.
I don't think it's
team gives him a chance.
Where
but
was it today?
You got
Where
to think
does
about
he
it
go,
too.
though?
Like that,
Pittsburgh?
he was on the team with Matt Nagy, and we all saw what happened with. I mean, Fields obviously a rookie this year, but Matt Nagy just is not a good offensive play
Oh,
caller
yeah.
as like the main
There
offensive
was-
play caller. So
I saw some. Oh, that's
not
what it
just
was.
Pittsburgh, maybe?
There was a thing today on Twitter.
could see
It was
it.
him photoshopped, and it was like, "Are you guys ready to talk about this? Or are you guys still being petty?" And it was him in a Browns jersey.
I mean, I think the Browns are over Baker Mayfield.
I liked him coming out of college. He's just not all that.
Yeah.
I
mean,
like
you
that.
never know.
He's
I liked him at Oklahoma. I
He's
did.
fair, yeah.
I liked him a lot.
the dog.
I have his
DOWG,
Oklahoma
dog.
jersey.
I mean, it could just be like a Jimmy G situation. If you put him on like a really good team, he'll probably be pretty good.
It could be, yeah. I mean, I don't think he's like a bottom tier
Yeah.
quarterback.
No, I'm a hater of him. Big hater.
Why are you a big Baker Mayfield hater?
You want
Because
to say your
I'm,
famous line?
Because I'm a
Fuck Baker Mayfield.
fuck Baker. Well, it's because I'm a Johnny Manziel fan. I don't think anyone lives up to him. Every time the Browns draft a
He's a
quarterback,
lot better than Johnny Manziel.
you didn't give Johnny the time, man.
Can I have some sour skins?
Johnny needed to have his little fun. I
He
mean,
had
dude,
his
would you
fun,
be
dude.
excited? Would you be excited to play for the Browns when Johnny
Never.
when Johnny Manziel got drafted to them?
Poverty Cleveland.
Who did he play with?
Dude, I think he had a drinking problem
What?
because he was playing for the Browns.
He went there. Trying to think like who the Browns had.
Like, he did-
Josh Cribbs.
He did the partying
Trent
and all that to
Richardson,
get
I
him
think. Like,
being on the
who
Browns off
was
his
that
mind.
Team? I don't even know.
That might be like that's the bottom feeder of the NFL. I think that's one thing a Jets and a Bills fan can agree on.
What?
Cleveland.
That's miserable.
Jacksonville. Cleveland, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's-
now Houston.
Jacksonville.
Well, I'm
is
talking
newer,
about
though.
like as franchises.
Oh, as franchises. Yeah.
Jacksonville's been very bad too for their whole life.
Cleveland has to be like bottom of the bottom.
Then you got to think. You got to move there. Would you? Jacksonville or Cleveland, man?
Definitely Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, depends.
Oh, whoa, word. I got to go to Ohio. That's
Like
sick.
if LeBron's playing in Ohio, I'd be fine going there. Go to all his
There's
games.
jack
watch
shit
them.
to do in Ohio.
You go to some Cavs games.
Yeah, but I'd much rather be on a beach.
You know,
Much
on-
rather be on a beach.
Yeah.
on a boat.
At least
Yeah.
you have a nightlife.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
Ohio. Everyone after 8 o'clock, everyone's just done.
You can go cow tipping in Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, like you said that before, like man's out with like a drinking problem probably and everything. Like this man gets drafted to a team that doesn't even sell beers until they win a game. He's like, oh well, we're screwed. He can't go drinking or anything. Can't get a beer in his own stadium.
Yeah,
Who wants to be
that's
that?
tough. That's why he's
It's like the
Well, you
whole,
shouldn't
it's
really
like the
need
whole
one
Joe
if he's
Ingles
playing.
thing.
Yeah.
Back to the
going
Joe
back to
Ingles
Utah.
thing.
Utah's miserable. That's just a.
I think I'd rather go to Utah than
Ohio.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'd rather be in Ohio.
Ohio, you
Dude.
just got shit ton of land.
I think Utah's pretty cool.
Hey, Utah's a beautiful state.
Okay,
and all.
come
I mean,
on.
I'd go.
There is. You said there's jack shit to do in Ohio. There is nothing to do in Utah.
Yeah, you're in Utah. Like,
What do you?
literally-
Okay, you can go snowboarding, skiing, whatever.
Boom.
There's actually stuff
You
to
won
do.
me over.
Huh?
You won me over right there. What, I'm not doing that shit in Ohio.
I'm telling you, if you didn't like to ski or snowboard, what are you going to Utah for? Tell me something you can do in Utah right now.
After you tell me what the fuck I'm going to Ohio for.
There's more to do in Ohio. There's more sports teams and everything there. There's.
Utah's a cool state though with all.
I'm
like,
not saying
the-
it's not a cool state. But what the fuck
got
are you
all-
doing
you
there?
got all these national parks. You go. I mean,
Oh,
Andrew,
you want to go to the national park?
Andrew ain't
Or
doing
do you
all
wanna
this
go to-
shit, but you're doing all. You can do all this
fuck
hiking
no, I
and
do
shit.
that. I
You
do
want to
that
go to the
shit.
national parks, or do you want to go to
I'm on Team Ohio.
That's
a
crazy.
Cavs game, or
You got two
maybe
major cities there.
an Indian? A Guardians game?
Salt Lake City. That's not a major city.
That is a major city.
What are you gonna do there?
You
Uh,
can't drink in Utah.
you
It's
got me.
freaking nuts.
You got me.
Dude, you just pack a bunch of shooters with you on the trip, and you're chilling.
Telling you, their drinking laws are a little crazy over there.
Ohio is
I'm
just
down to
so
go to Ohio.
fucking
I
boring.
could drink there. I'm cool. Utah sucks.
Dude, Ohio sucks.
If we have any
just
any
share.
viewers out there from Utah, we're sorry. Or
Let's
Ohio.
just agree.
With who? Who are you drinking with out there?
Let's just
The
agree.
farmers?
Why do you think Ohio is just like open land?
Because I've been there, and there's a road that's literally just fucking. Okay, you're
Okay,
either
then
getting
name half the
you're
states
either
in the
getting
US.
You're either getting
90% of the U.S.
no, but
That's
I'm
out
saying
east.
when you
Yeah, I was just gonna say you could go out east and it's just
dude,
farms
you're
on
either
either side.
passing land or corn for 7 miles.
That's literally out east.
Or
Corn?
the entire middle of
Whole road
Pennsylvania.
of corn?
Yeah, the entire middle. The
Pennsylvania.
entire middle of Pennsylvania in between Philly
Bro,
and
we're
Pittsburgh.
talking about Ohio and Utah. We're not talking about
Okay, yeah,
PA.
Utah.
Yeah, but would you rather go to PA or Ohio?
Can you snowboard in PA?
You could snowboard in almost.
You could probably snowboard in Ohio too. There's definitely a mountain in Ohio.
No.
Is that? I'm actually not sure. But
I have no idea.
I don't know where the.
You could
mountain
snowboard.
How did we get to this?
I don't know. We were talking about Baker Mayfield and.
Yeah, with Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah,
and he
how
was like,
bad
wait,
the Browns are.
were you think Johnny was happy that he went to Cleveland? No, obviously nobody wants to go to Cleveland. Not because it's Cleveland. It's just because they suck.
Oh, it's probably because it's Cleveland.
LeBron.
Dude, LeBron said, "My bad. Let me come back. I'll win you, and then I'm getting the fuck out of here." Then he went to Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's a lot different than Utah, though. He wouldn't have gone to Utah.
It's a hell of a lot different than Ohio.
He dipped on twice.
Yeah.
He dipped on Ohio twice.
To Miami and to Los Angeles. Like, you can't get any more different.
He's more of a beach guy.
Clearly. Clearly he doesn't like watching corn. That's so tough.
Oh my god.
No, but I think
Back to
I think
Baker.
the Browns have like a decent team.
I don't think they're that
I disagree.
terrible.
I think they're a very
You
average
got-
team, and their quarterback is very average.
They need
Agreed.
better receivers.
It's not a terrible team though.
I think.
They need better- they need better
could see,
everything.
Yeah.
I could see Jarvis on the move.
I can see that.
I think if they get rid of Baker and they're not looking to like go and sign an actual good quarterback that's out there, and they're trying to like quote unquote rebuild again, then I could see him shipping.
Dude, they need to get rid of Kareem Hunt. My boy Nick Chubbs needs the touchdowns that he deserves. He's just their
That's not what it's
workhorse,
about,
and then
though.
Kareem Hunt punches them in. For fantasy, it is.
Yeah, well, don't draft him then. That's why do you think I skipped on him 2 years in a row?
Well, he's still a top 10 running back in the league.
Okay, CEH all the
So
way.
he's going to go in the first round. He is not better than Nick Chubb. Not even close.
He has the potential.
Who?
Just because of that offense.
Everybody has potential there in the NFL. He's
A
not
fucking
better
owl.
than Nick Chubb.
I'm not saying he's better than Nick Chubb. I'm saying he could have a better fantasy season than him easily.
Oh, yeah. Fantasy,
Just because of the team he's
fantasy's a
on.
lot different than
He's
real
definitely
life.
not better than him.
No, obviously.
The guy's he's more than a top 10. He's like a top 5.
Yeah, I was just say he's top 5. Because he went to Georgia.
True running back.
He went to running back
True,
university.
true running back.
He went to running back university. That's probably why. But
RBU.
Yeah, you guys had a really good one in Sonny Michelle too. That guy fucking sucks.
hey, guess what? Super Bowl champ. He's a Super Bowl champ. So that's all I gotta say. That's all that matters. Guy won a ring. Didn't have to do shit for it either. Pretty cool. I would take that job all day.
Oh, 100%.
I would love that.
You-
That's the
you-
best job in football.
You got
Hey,
front row
Come
seats
work
to
your
every
ass
game.
off in practice and get hit, and I'll give you a ring. Okay, sign me up.
How much did the ring cost?
Where do I sign?
That's sick, actually. Being a bench player in like any major sport would be sick.
I'm like a bullpen catcher. How sick that probably is.
Yeah, that is. So that's my dream.
Dude, you know how sick it is in the NBA when you get traded from a team onto another one and that team wins? Like, you can get that ring.
Like when you go from a shitty team to a good team.
Who
in
did it? I
any
think it was JaVale McGee. I think that happened with or someone on the Warriors.
Happens
I
with a
forgot.
lot of teams, Drew.
I know, but I'm just saying, imagine just being terrible on one team.
Oh,
They
yeah.
ship you over.
That's
So you
sick.
could
Imagine
ride
just
the
being in
bench.
the other position. You're on a championship team. and
Imagine
you're-
Yeah, honestly, this
Yo,
pod.
Imagine being good.
Does anybody remember the guy's name? He was on the Warriors for I think 2 championships. Yeah, and I think did they win back to back with Durant?
Yes.
Yeah, so he won the back to back with Durant, and then, what happened? He got either his contract was up. He was a
He
young
went
guy.
to Cleveland.
He went to Toronto and won there with Kawhi.
Oh, I thought it was Cleveland where he got a ring with LeBron.
No, he got the. I think it was
'Cause-
McKinney.
Because he
Maybe
did.
it's-
I'm pretty sure there was like a big man that won it with the
Yeah.
Warriors, and then the next year he
Mhm.
lost. He won it with the Cavs and beat the Warriors. And then there was also someone like that he started on one team and then got traded to the other team, but both teams were in the finals. So either way, he was getting a ring.
yeah.
I remember that one.
I forgot.
That's what I'm talking
I forgot
about.
who that was though. I feel like it was some weird name.
No, that was.
You know what
that
else just
wasn't a
popped
weird
into my
name.
head though? Kyrie. He dipped out of Ohio too.
Oh, Kyrie's on
Kyrie's
the
Sa-
spiritual shit.
I don't know if you.
No,
think Ky-
Maybe
I
Cleveland
like
made him that
Kyrie.
way.
Maybe I don't believe. it.
Watching corn grow made him like that.
He's got nothing else to do besides watch spiritual YouTube videos.
He was taking acid watching the corn grow.
Yeah. Staring at the moon. He's probably staring at the sun. His fucking brain is so.
It was. I'm sorry to interrupt. Patrick McCaw.
Yes.
No idea
Pat
who that
McCaw.
is.
Won
Was
2
him.
with
No
the
idea who that
Warriors and then
is.
went to the Raptors and won a third. First 3 years in the NBA too.
That's
Won 3
crazy.
championships.
Damn. That's sick. I'd be walking around like a pimp.
I just retire. I'm
You're already one of the
undefeated.
ones winning.
All right, back to little NFL. Not too big of news, but Villanueva retired. He only played 1 season with the Ravens. I think 6 with the Steelers. He'll go back and retire a Steeler, in my opinion. Bills released AJ Klein, which, I mean, it's not that big of a move. He was pretty good for us the past 2 years, so he'll get signed, but not that big. And then Pro Bowl left tackle from the Colts, Eric Fisher's not resigning, so he's a free
Saw that.
agent, which that one could be big. Your Pro Bowl left tackle, a lot of people
Oh,
need
yeah.
offensive linemen.
Someone's gonna throw him the bag.
And I'm pretty
today.
sure he came from the Chiefs. I'm pretty sure.
The Falcons could use him.
Falcons
could
aren't
use
gonna
They
him.
could use every.
I'm
I'm
gonna
trying to think
I'm gonna
out
say that
there.
with everybody that
What's
you
a
say.
team that has
That's like
a
Matt
shitty
last time
O-line?
was like, there's a team in New Jersey that needs.
What's a team that has like a pretty shitty O line that made it kind of far?
You got me there.
That made it kind of.
I was gonna say the
Yeah.
Falcons, but
like a
East.
playoff team
Yeah.
that had a shitty. Has the
Oh,
Eagles
the
on.
come on, Super Bowl losers, Bengals.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
true,
You know,
true.
they might try to scoop them up.
How's the Steelers line?
I don't know. The Steelers suck.
Pretty sure
I
the
don't know.
line's like pretty decent.
I'm just trying to think of a team that made the playoffs, like the Eagles. I'm trying to think like bottom barrel teams that made the playoffs.
Eagles didn't make the playoffs. That was a fluke.
They were there.
That was the easiest bet of my life.
They were there.
Easiest bet of my life. Tom Brady. It was like, what was it, -11 or something like that?
I don't know.
Or it might have been -7. I was like,
Dude, I think I had the. I think the.
Shit.
I think it was like first round where the
Come on.
Steelers. I had them like +14.
it was
again.
+12, and they got fucking destroyed
Yeah,
by 20.
and they looked good because I watched like I watched the full game actually because I was in Florida. I watched it with Trav, and they looked good to start. And I was like, wow, they're gonna pull this off. And then second half
Uh-uh.
happened. Really sucks to see that because wouldn't have had to play the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I saw.
Thanks, Big Ben.
I was. I was watching. I don't know, it might have been like TikTok or something. Doesn't matter. Western Kentucky's QB. I don't know if you heard about him. Bailey. I don't know how to say his last name. It's probably Zapp. Bailey Zapp. He broke the single season passing yards record and touchdowns. And I was seeing a lot of things saying that like all these teams that need quarterbacks, he might be like one of those late round guys that ends up being very, very good in the NFL.
In Western Kentucky, who do they play? Stony Brook.
Just wait.
I mean, who knows? I hope so. That'd be cool to see.
Who the
but
fuck
I
does
mean,
Wyoming play?
Probably Stony Brook too. I don't know. I don't know who they play. They play those Midwest teams. Boise State. Boise State's pretty good. They play them. I don't know who else they play.
Yeah,
I didn't watch Wyoming in college.
Wyoming.
I
Watch
just
it.
watched-
Let me
I
look at their
watched Josh Allen.
schedule.
Pretty sure they're in the Pac-12, if I'm not mistaken.
Or Mountain West, something like
if
that.
they're in the Mountain West, that's it.
Ah,
Probably are.
I don't fucking know. Conference.
They're not in Power Five.
They're in like the middle of nowhere.
Mountain West.
Probably the Mountain West.
I didn't even know there was a
Now,
conference.
Wyoming
yeah.
or Ohio.
Who was I talking about again?
no, they're playing Suffolk.
You were talking about the Western Kentucky quarterback.
Western Kentucky. Yeah, they're in the Mountain West.
Western Kentucky is?
Hell yeah.
Is
wait,
Wyoming in there too?
wait. That might not have been true.
I don't think Western Kentucky's in there.
Western Kentucky.
look
I
up
sound like I'm
Wyoming.
from Western Kentucky now.
Wyoming.
Oh, voice crack.
Yeah, voice
Western
there you go.
Kentucky
Wyoming.
Bet you Western Kentucky is
Conference.
probably more fun than Ohio.
Conference USA.
Yeah, all right.
The fuck is
Wyoming.
that?
Wyoming's in the Mountain West with Boise State, Colorado State, Utah State, San Diego State, UNLV, Hawaii, Fresno State.
A lot of states.
There's honestly not terrible teams. Nevada,
State.
nah. Air Force,
State.
and I don't know what team that is. The team that Tate Martell went to. That's just their logo. I don't remember what team it was. New Mexico State, honestly. Or Nevada State. I think it's Nevada State.
Told ya.
Yeah, pretty sure it's Nevada State. But I mean, so there's not terrible teams there. Boise State's not bad. Colorado State's not bad. San Diego State's not bad. Fresno State, Derek Carr, not bad.
With
Devontae.
Yeah.
college football, drawing a blank with OU with Oklahoma going to the SEC. It's the
And
SEC.
Texas.
And Texas.
And dude,
In Texas, best conference in football.
by far, not even close now.
It was before them.
No, it's
Oh yeah,
ACC.
it was Big Ten. It was SEC won. Big Ten was close, and then ACC was below both of them by
Yeah, because you
margins.
got Clemson and
Clemson.
Clemson.
We used to have Florida State. They
Yeah.
suck now.
After Jameis left.
Yeah.
I mean,
The SEC well, it's not. It's going to be a few years down the line once all the TV deals are over and stuff.
Yeah.
With the Big 12. Big 12's going to. They're going to fall.
yeah, I don't even
There's
know.
more
I don't even
rumors
know
about
who's
other.
gonna
There
be
was. It's
Yeah, more
starting to
teams might
cool
wanna
down
leave.
now, but there's more teams talking about. There's teams talking about going to the Big 10.
They want to be. I mean, it makes sense. Like Notre Dame, they were in the ACC this year. They should stay there, like, because usually they're independent.
Notre Dame. Well, okay, so yeah, they during the COVID year they did get put in the ACC.
They should be in a conference every year. They're a good team.
Oh, that's what I said. They should definitely go be in a conference. That would strengthen the ACC. That would make all
Yeah.
college football better.
Yeah,
I like trying
they're
to
in
make.
the ACC for every other sport.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're just independent for football.
I wish the conferences in college football were definitely more spread out.
Yeah, more even.
Because now, especially when that happens with Texas and Oklahoma going to the SEC is just the NFL in college.
Yeah,
It's literally an NFL showcase going on down there.
yeah. Literally every SEC game is like the combine.
Literally.
That's crazy.
So that's gonna be crazy.
I mean, even the combine this year, you look like Georgia lit it up. Like Alabama lit it up. Like these SEC schools are just
Yeah, that's where the
freaks.
top recruits are going. They have the best TV deals. They're on national TV every single
They're gonna
week,
get
these
good
big schools.
NIL deals too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
The
players,
huge
yeah.
NIL deals. If you play
That's
for
what
Alabama,
Jacksonville State join a conference soon.
Jacksonville State.
It's gonna take a couple of years, but it might.
They have to prove something. I mean, they killed it in recruiting.
guys see
this year
that
for this size
Deion
of-
Sanders had like 2 toes amputated
Yeah,
because of a past surgery.
yeah.
I was like, what the
I
fuck?
saw that. That was
guy.
crazy.
Three-toe Dion.
I mean, I think that's all. That's all I got for NFL. You guys want to move over to? I mean, basketball,
You wanna talk
baseball.
about the lockout at all? I know me and Joey
I
like
mean-
kind of briefly did, but like we don't know that much about it. We kind of just talked about like the rule changes, like the.
Yeah, there's a couple of rule changes. The bigger bases, I just
Did you see the size
I
of them?
don't. I don't.
They're like significantly
Oh,
bigger.
yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't.
I don't.
I don't get it.
It's
Supposed to like help with
supposed
like
to make it
infield
safer.
hits and it'll.
It's
It's supposed to make it safer.
It's supposed to make it safer, but the base is going to be lined up, so it's going to be the same distance. But I just think I think it's pointless.
What do you think of banning the shifts?
I honestly, I'm a old school baseball fan. Like I like more old school, but
Closely.
honestly, but listen to me. I don't think the shifts should be banned.
You don't.
I do not.
Yeah, see, neither do I. No.
Because
Why?
but I am an old school
I don't think
baseball
they
fan.
should
But
either.
No, we
But
talked
I-
about this last time when it
I
was just
think
me and
it's-
Dave. We
I-
posted a TikTok of
I
it
mean,
actually
benefit-
tonight,
benefit
Yeah.
and
the Yankees.
I don't think so.
Exactly
That's what
I
he
said.
said.
I said the only reason that I would be okay with it is because the players on the Yankees, their averages would go up.
But you look at it, if
Yeah.
they banned the shift, you would have had Cano hit like 800. He went up the middle every time. There just happened to be a guy behind second base every time.
yeah,
That man would have batted like literally 800.
I just think as a team, like a lot of people, like I don't know what they're trying to do with that. Like
See,
teams are trying to get advantages.
it's all about the home
to
run ball
win.
now.
I
They
want to
wanna just
know.
Bring in fucking people.
So they banned the shift. I want to know exactly like the parameters to that. It's like the shortstop can move towards second base, towards third, like wherever he wants. Second baseman can do the
There
same
has
thing.
to be like they're
but,
probably
like-
going to do a zone system.
Okay, that's what
where
I'm
You have to stay in
assuming.
a certain zone.
And then what if they do? Are we
Like
implementing
the second
flags
baseman,
now?
like the second baseman has to stay on the right side of second base.
That's what
and
I'm
the
thinking it
shortstop's
is.
going to have to stay on the left side of short.
you
Obviously,
can't
unless you're
move for
making a
that
play
pitch.
up the middle or something like that. But
But what about like third base? Is there going to be a spot where he can't go
Yeah.
past for like the shortstop or something like that?
I'm not sure.
Like that, that's the kind of things that I want to know, like what they're thinking about for.
I
the
just think it's
shift.
stupid banning the shifts.
Are they adding the outfielders into that? Like, can the outfielder
Yeah,
and they fucking throw 2 guys in right center if they know the guy's not going to hit it to left field?
yeah,
Like,
They're probably gonna do a zone system, like I said. You have to stay at whatever position you play. You have to stay in this zone. But I think it's personally stupid. I think you're trying to find any way you can win. If you want to put 9 players at second base, be my guest.
Right.
I think as an MLB hitter, you should learn how to hit the other way. They're literally giving.
I said it in the last one. I was like,
3 of the 4 of us played baseball here. I think you should be able to be a good baseball player. You should be able to hit.
Exactly what I said. You should be able to place the ball where you want to.
Professional level. You're telling me you can't get in the cage a little bit more and adjust to hitting the opposite way? I guarantee if you get 5 straight hits the other way,
they're gonna move.
They're gonna start not doing that shift anymore.
Yeah.
That's what I think the players should adjust. That'll stop the shift instead of banning it.
I just hope this ends soon.
The lockout.
Yeah. Dude.
What do you think?
I hate Manfred.
What about
he's a clown.
the pitch clock? Like basically like a shot.
I don't see it.
Pitch clock. I mean, I don't hate it. I don't love it.
Yeah.
I said to him last. I was like, I feel like there's no point. Like you let the batter do whatever he wants first. Like why can't the pitcher like take his time?
Yeah, I feel like that's a big thing with pitching. So you pitch. Like I feel like at
it's
your
all
own
tempo.
pace,
It's
when
whatever
you're at
you
your own
want to
tempo.
do.
I mean,
Like
I personally
pitch
don't.
fast.
Yeah,
but,
I
like,
personally don't like when pitchers pitch slow. I just think it gets them out of a tempo. But some guys think getting in batter's head and stuff, just sitting up on the mound for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're trying to make too many changes to baseball. I don't mind
That's
the
what
DH
I said
coming.
last episode.
I don't mind the DH coming to the NL though. At first I hated it. A couple years ago when
Yeah.
they first started talking about it, I hated it. Honestly, I warmed up to it.
That's what I said last episode. I'm an old school small ball guy. I like watching that stuff, and it's all about the home run ball now. Where I think I compared it to how the NBA is getting like all about the 3-point like 3 points and all that stuff. To where
I think baseball though, they're going too far towards an extreme. I think they should have a mix between like instead of going extreme sabermetrics and all this analytical baseball, I think there has to be a good like middle ground where you have a little bit of old school, a little bit of the new school.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too analytical. It's still baseball. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
This is a very unique sport when it comes to different situations and stuff like that. Like there's not going to be one situation that's exactly the same. You know what I mean? I think it's going way too analytical, and there needs to be a step back.
Yeah.
I don't think strikeout. I think strikeout should. I feel like people aren't paying attention to strikeouts as much as they should be.
They're
You mean like the amount of strikeouts pitchers gets and everything
No,
like
the
that?
amount batters.
How amount
I
of times they strike
feel
out?
like that's overlooked too much. I think I get the whole WAR thing. I hate the stat war. I love OPS. I'm a big OPS guy, which is more of a new thing. But I also don't think batting average, like some guys will say batting average does not matter. I think it matters. Even though I think baseball is going too analytical, I do love OPS as a stat as like the most important hitting stat when it comes to more regular stats rather than sabermetrics. But I also don't like that people are completely turning away from batting average. I mean, I understand it doesn't. Batting average used to be what everyone used as like the main stat when you're looking at at hitters' performance, and I do agree that OPS might be a better stat when it comes to evaluating a player's performance, but I think batting average does still matter.
I think batting average matters as a stat too.
Yeah.
Very much. Definitely.
I'm not very stat savvy, so I mean, like obviously I think batting average matters, but when you talk about OPS, I'm not like, oh, I know what that is.
Yeah.
And I played baseball all my life, but
I mean, hopefully
know.
all this lockdown stuff. I mean, I just hope it all ends soon and we can finally get a season.
Better. My boy Steve Cohen is finally get the Mets an owner that can spend, and this is what we're
Exactly.
gonna do. Come on.
I mean,
Come on,
they
man.
deserve it.
going back over to football, I knew there was something I had to say before when we were talking about everything. I just couldn't think of it. This Friday, Watson faces the jury to see what happens with everything.
Huge.
If everything goes well, I mean, you talk about Seahawks and everything, but I think the Steelers would be a really big contender for him. I could see him.
Perfect fit.
I could see him going to the Steelers. Like,
Sean Watson's a great.
Does he have
quarterback.
a no trade clause? I think he does.
I don't know because they've been shopping him like all last year, so I don't know.
But I think
I'm pretty sure he wants to leave.
Like I know like Dolphins are a big thing, so I can see like Steelers being a big fit. I mean, still the Dolphins. I mean, now the Seahawks maybe.
That will really, if that goes well for him, if everything gets dropped or whatever, and teams are wanting to trade for him, that's gonna mix up this offseason a lot too.
Yeah.
That's a big time quarterback a team's getting if they trade for him.
Yeah.
that's I mean, obviously he didn't play last year, but the year before, a couple years before that, top 5 quarterback in the league.
Yeah, he's
I feel like out of the teams that need quarterbacks like Steelers, like to where you could get Deshaun Watson and then possibly still draft someone, so that way they're sitting behind and learning from a very good quarterback.
I wouldn't.
I feel like you go and get Deshaun Watson, you're not expecting. You're not looking for a replacement right now.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
yeah,
because
yeah,
he's young.
true.
Yeah.
He's like what, like 24, 25.
20s, yeah, somewhere. Around
So he's not going to be somebody that you're going to draft
That's
a
true.
replacement for in the next couple years. I mean, you'd have him probably like 10 years before you're like, all right, let's go find somebody that might be his replacement. That's why I was about to say, like, what would you guys think, like, if San Fran shipped Jimmy G, but then was like, let's see if we can get Watson.
It's not bad.
But then you think about it, like they drafted Trey Lance. They're not going to go after a guy that has 12
yeah,
to 15
actually,
years
I
left in his career, possibly.
I forgot they had Trey
So-
Lance.
I'm pretty sure Trey Lance is their guy.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that.
I
I'm
feel like
booking
unless
it.
they have a chance at Brady again, going back to Brady.
That's the only reason I thought of it, because I remember you said before, like, oh, Brady might go there, like it could be like a year or whatever. So I was like, oh, why not just get Deshaun Watson? I was like, it wouldn't be just for a year if you get Deshaun Watson. That would be I mean, what does he have, like 3 or 4?
If you're trading for Deshaun Watson, that's your quarterback for the future, for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
I'm booking it. Heard it here first. Deshaun Watson's going to be a Steeler next year.
I don't think so.
If everything goes well.
Depending on what happens with the jury and everything on Friday.
He
And
could
might
be-
playing on the longest yard team next year.
True.
He could be a buck.
Next Paul Crew.
Tampa.
Imagine that.
I think they're just gonna go the easy route and just go with Jameis.
They could hang with Kyle Trask. I hope, because that guy sucks. You know, his cards are selling for like pretty good amount right now, because I guess they're expecting him to be the starter. So his like rookie cards and everything are selling for decent right now. I don't know why that guy sucks. Guy went to
Not a
Florida.
Kyle Trask guy.
No, I hated him ever since college because he went to Florida.
Yeah, I mean, it
hate
makes
Florida.
sense because Georgia sucks, Florida sucks.
Yeah, we suck. We just won a national championship.
Took you long enough.
That makes sense.
All right, is that it?
I think that's it. To
Wrap it up, boys.
Wrap it up, then.
It's going to be set up probably this weekend. We mentioned it last episode, but I will set it up this weekend. It will be on Twitter, and we will do a TikTok clip of it. We will have a March Madness bracket, free to enter. Winner will get $50 along with a free sweatshirt or T-shirt of their choice. Make sure you join it. We will have the link on the Twitter most likely this weekend, and we'll be posting a TikTok clip when it is launched. And that's all I got for now.
Yes, sir.
Like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the deal. See you next time.
Peace.
Deuce.